Good Wednesday morning. I'm going to go back into chapter 19 for our study this morning. I'm going to share what I know about it. That's what my whole desire is to share what I know about the Bible. Not that I know everything, but I don't know that anybody knows everything except God, and He does. He wrote this wonderful book for us. He had holy men of old put it down and it's in our language so we can understand it. Just the right words, just the words the Lord wanted. It is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. Ooh, it's some kind of book. So today we're back on Genesis chapter 19, and we're going to start with verse 15. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. So the iniquity of the city was what was causing the fire, what was causing the judgment. And the iniquity was about to be consumed, and the angels were trying to get Lot out of there because of Abraham and because Lot was not a part of all of that. And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand and upon the hand of his wife and upon the hand of his 2 daughters, the Lord being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. And it came to pass when they had brought them forth abroad that he said, Escape for thy life. Look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain. Escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. So the Lord was merciful unto him, Lot, and merciful to his daughters and his wife, and got him out of that city, but then warned them to escape for thy life. Verse 18, And Lot said unto them, Oh, not so, my Lord. Behold now, thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life. And I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me, and I die. Behold now, this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. O let me escape thither. Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live. Lot had changed a lot, hadn't he? A lot. He changed much. Why? Because he used to live out there with Abraham in tents. He used to live off the land. He didn't have to have a city, but now he has to have a city. He has to have something with civilization in it, he's saying, because I cannot escape to the mountain lest some evil take me and I die. So he begged him to let him escape to that little city. And he said unto him, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city for the which thou hast spoken. Haste thee, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou be come thither. Therefore the name of the city was called Zoar. And the Zoar meant little. So it was a little city. And the city escaped the overthrow because Lot did not want to go into the mountain. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. And he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities and that which grew upon the ground. Now verse 26. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. a miraculous thing happened. It wasn't joyful miraculous. It was sad miraculous, but it was a miracle. That when she turned around and looked back from behind him, Lot was ahead of her, and she was going behind him, she became a pillar of salt. Now, if Lot didn't look back, he didn't see it. He didn't see her. He didn't. God had to tell us that that happened because they did not look back. If they had looked back, they'd all become a pillar of salt. But his wife did look back. And it has become a proverb. It has become something that all Christians know to remember Lot's wife. Don't look back to sin. Don't look back to sinful living. Don't look back to the world. Don't look back. When the Lord delivers you, stay loose. Stay away from it. Leave it alone. Don't look back on it. And he delivers us from sin and sinful ways in the world. And he expects us to come loose from it and don't look back. And God, He gave us this. It happened to Lot's wife. But in the New Testament, Jesus said, remember Lot's wife. And he was saying it when he was talking about escaping the tribulation and the things that are coming on this world. Because it's coming. The judgment is coming on this world. Just like it came on the people in Noah's day, and just like it came on the people of Sodom and Gomorrah, it came on them, and it's coming in this world. It's coming, but the Lord pulls us up out of this city, this world. We're in it, but we're not of it, and He expects us to stay clean from it. He expects us to be sanctified, holy, instead of the way we once were, and He doesn't want us to look back. You know, there's a lot of people, to me, that are looking back. They're looking back and they're saying, well, it don't hurt for me to wear a little piece of jewelry. It don't hurt for me to cut my long hair off. It don't hurt. God doesn't care. What they're doing is they're looking back to their old life. And they're looking back to when they had any choice they could make, wanted to make in the world, to do whatever they wanted to do, instead of minding the Word. They're looking back. And the Lord said, remember Lot's wife. Don't you look back. So come on. Come on. Get ready. We're going to go with Jesus. He's going to take us home with Him. We're not going to look back when He comes. When He starts pulling us up out of this world, are you going to look back at it and say, oh, I hate to leave it. I hate to leave it. Oh, no. I don't hate to leave it. I don't hate to leave it. I want to go. Praise God. I want to go. So in this is when you read it in the New Testament, when it says, remember Lot's wife, this is where it's talking about. She turned, but his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. Serious. So now let's look on to verse 27. And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord. So he went back to where he was standing with the Lord and talking with Him, and talking about Sodom and Gomorrah. And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah and toward all the land of the plain, and beheld. And lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. So Abraham saw that God had not found 10 righteous. All he found was Lot and his family. And Lot was not what he should be. But he found Lot for Abraham, for that family. He found Lot and his 2 daughters, the only ones that were left. 29. And it came to pass when God destroyed the cities of the plain, that God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities in the which Lot dwelt. So God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow. God did not want to destroy Lot for Abraham's sake. And I want you to remember that about serving the Lord. There are people you love that are going the wrong way. They're doing things they should not do. They're living where they should not live. But you're praying for them. You're seeking God for them. You love them. Remember that God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow. What the judgment is coming, pray for your loved ones. God will remember your prayers. And I don't know exactly what he'll do, but I'm telling you, he brought Lot out of there, didn't he? Abraham probably didn't even know Lot's wife. I don't know that he did or didn't. He might have got to know her when he went over and delivered him from those kings taking him in bondage. But what I'm saying is, Lot was the one that meant so much to him. And God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow. So think about them. Think about your loved ones. And think about this, that when you pray and you let God know they mean something to you, he'll remember that. He'll remember that. Now, I'm going to tell you something, and it's going to affect this Bible study. Granny Shares the Bible for a few days. Sister Setters passed away yesterday, and I've been asked to preach the message for the funeral. Probably do some singing. I'm not sure exactly what all I'm going to do, but as soon as I finish this Granny Shares the Bible, I'm going to head up to Georgia. And I'm going to let this be the last one I do this week. Or I won't do Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And the reason is I'm not sure all that I'll be required to do, and I don't know how much time that I'll be able to take off to do this. And so I'm going to just put it on hold. There's the rest of this chapter, which is pretty strong stuff. I'm not sure. You know, I want to talk to you about this a minute. When you go straight through the Bible, there are things that you're not interested in teaching or sharing. It's hard. It's hard to share some things because they're very, you got to talk about things you don't really usually talk about. So I'm going to have to talk about this when I come back next week. But I will talk about it because it's the next thing. And I guess you saw my face get red. Well, it does get red on some of these things that I have to talk about. But, you know, I will. So just pray for me for the funeral. Pray for the Setters. Brother and Sister Setters have been together so long. And Beverly has loved her mother and taken such wonderful care of her. And now they're going to miss her really bad. So pray for all of us. And I will see you, let's say, Monday, hopefully early in the morning. And maybe I'll see you Sunday because I'm planning to be back for church on Sunday. But off I go again. I thought after 2 weeks of youth camp that I'd be home for a while. But the Lord knows what He's got me doing, and I love doing whatever He wants me to. I really do. So I'm going to go. And God bless you, and I'll see you next Monday, Lord willing.